Now at 4, temperatures are dropping, and once they get below freezing, we won't see them go back above freezing for at least a week. Then comes the snow.
Oh, all right. Also, a developing story this afternoon. Going to tell you what we're learning about the FBI's new investigation into former Colts owner Jim Irsay's death.
Plus, today's new move to bring the Chicago Bears to Indiana. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Hey everybody, a lot going on this Thursday, but the big story today for us and really most of the country is that massive storm right there looming over more than 24 states. Here in Indiana, we're bracing for this monster winter system that's threatening to bring along bitterly cold temperatures and some heavy snow.
Anytime we see that many colors on the map, you should have a weatherman close to you. Right now is the time to prepare because the weather's still bearable. So is this go out and get milk and bread weather?
Look, when I do a forecast, I don't like to tell you what to do. I like to give you the information so that you can prepare for whatever your situation may be. If you do need to have things that you have to get done, I think tomorrow is the day to do it, although it's going to be bitterly cold. If you can do it tonight, tonight's the better time frame. Tomorrow, bitterly cold, then a couple of days where cold and snow will be a concern. There's a lot to this, so let me try to get the details of this in play here and show you the overview. Again, I said there's two things. It's cold and then it's snow, right? So the cold is going to be on Friday. Then we have what I think are going to be 2 waves of snow. Now, a couple of little caveats here. We know that the lows are going to be down around 0 to 5 overnight tonight, and the wind chills are going to be brutal, not just overnight, but through the entire day on Friday. Once we get into Saturday, I will admit this is the part of the forecast where I have a big question mark. How much will fall with this first wave of snow early on Saturday? Once we get into Sunday, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to see snow. We have a higher confidence in this of prolonged snow, which will add to our totals. And yes, I'm going to show you a snowfall total map. Just let me get there first. Extreme cold and winter storms. Those are the 2 parts of this forecast. The extreme cold is going to be with us likely for several days, if not almost a week. And we do have cold advisories that are in place essentially from Indy and points to the north. That's because the wind chills are going to be around 10 to 15 below. We do have winter weather watches that are in place, winter storm watches, I should say. These are likely going to be changed over to winter storm warnings. I said that the temperature is holding at 32. Once we drop, and we are expected to do so over the next maybe few hours or so, we won't see that again, get back above freezing for at least a week. Wind chills tomorrow, this is your Friday forecast, through the entire day are likely going to be maybe 10 to 15 below. And I said I'd show you a map. Here it is. We're forecasting 6 to 10 inches of snow. Now, this is a snapshot of what you can expect. There is a lot of detail here that goes into putting this map together. There are some things we feel very confident on with this forecast, and some things where there's still a bit of a question mark. Coming up, I'm going to break that down for you. I'm going to show you some of the computer models. I'll time this out for you, let you know exactly what you can expect. If you do have weekend plans, you're going to want to stay tuned to that part of the forecast.
Okay, yeah, we will stay close by. I know with these storm systems, things can change by the minute, you know,
Sure.
And with this intense weather coming in, you may have questions. We certainly have had questions today about big events planned for this weekend, like IU football's championship celebration, and we've also got the Indy Ignite home opener.
Our Ella Rhodes caught up with both teams about their weather plans, and she joins us now. Ella, what should fans know? These are some pretty big events folks are looking forward to.
Big events, they're still happening. Good news. And, you know, both teams say their fans' safety comes first. You can expect to, be at both, just bundle up for sure. So as of right now, everything's sticking to schedule for IU football's championship celebration planned at Memorial Stadium. IU Senior Associate Athletic Director Jim Irsay says they have meteorologists advising them on their decisions, hopeful that the snow starts a little bit later on Saturday. Now, if it gets too cold, IU will move the celebration inside to Assembly Hall. Since there are a lot less seats there, it will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Gray says they'll keep the ceremony tight, around 30 to 45 minutes, because of the cold as well.
We actually thought about moving it to Sunday, but Sunday's got the same challenges that Saturday does. And then in the middle of the week next week, we also have challenges with being able to get some of our players who have graduated to come back, as well as doing it at night when it's 20 degrees doesn't sound like a better option than.
Now, Indy Ignite says their annual home opener bonfire tradition planned for Saturday is moved inside. So technically no fire for the s'mores, but there'll still be s'mores. Don't worry. And free hot chocolate, of course. Fans now also get to watch the pros warm up too, since it's inside.
This year, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit chilly. So we're moving everything inside, which means no open flame. I did try to figure out a way to have a bonfire inside.
Indy Ignite wants to carry on the home opener tradition. Despite the weather, the event is almost sold out. So if you want to snag a ticket, now is the chance.
Okay, and so IU's going to move the big celebration, you said, into Memorial
Assembly Hall.
Hall, maybe if it gets too cold.
Yes.
I wonder what too cold is.
Right. I asked for a specific degree. They said they're not sure yet. That's why they have those meteorologists on standby constantly advising them and stuff. But best bet, pay attention to social media because they will be posting on there those updates for all the fans who plan to go. They're expecting more than 40,000 people. So it's gonna be pretty busy over there. And also at that special celebration, there's a few things fans will get surprised about, like IU won awards that fans don't know about yet, and they'll find out at the ceremony. So pretty cool.
Okay, and then I hear it's going to be more rally towels.
Yeah, more of those championship rally towels.
Rally towels are popular.
I mean,
I'm telling
so
you.
popular.
The Hoosiers like their towels.
You like our rally towels.
Like, if you try to collect one from each of those playoff games, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. I get it. I get the hype. I get it.
Okay, awesome. Ella, thank you so much. We are informed and prepared. And of course, make sure you have your WTHR weather app to track the snow and frigid temps this weekend. It's a free download in your app store.
All right, to some of the other headlines today in a developing story.
The Washington Post is now reporting an FBI investigation into the death of long-term Colts owner Jim Irsay.
Scott Swan joins us here in studio this afternoon with the latest on what we know and what the Washington Post is reporting. Hey, Scott.
Hi, Dustin and Felicia. This Washington Post article cites a federal grand jury subpoena in its reporting on that FBI investigation. 13 News is now working to get those documents. Now, according to the Washington Post, the subpoena seeks information about Jim Irsay's death, his substance abuse, and his relationship with addiction specialist Dr. Harry Haratunian. Irsay died last May at the age of 65. That followed a hospitalization back in 2024 after the Colts owner was found unresponsive at his home in Carmel. Now, the Colts say that Irsay was being treated for a severe respiratory illness. Last August, the Washington Post put out a report suggesting Irsay actually relapsed in the final 2 years of his life and was being treated by a recovery doctor prescribing him concerning amounts of opioids and ketamine. Now, this latest article from the Washington Post says the FBI has been speaking to people who were around Jim Irsay in the final weeks of his life and the doctor who allegedly prescribed him painkillers and ketamine. Now, we've reached out to the Colts this afternoon as we work to confirm those federal grand jury documents, and as soon as we get those, we'll be bringing those to our viewers.
Okay, some major developments we will continue to follow, certainly. Thank you, Scott.
You bet.
Also today, the push to move the Chicago Bears to Indiana took another step forward. The Senate Appropriations Committee passed a stadium authority bill, which means it's now headed to the full Senate. The bill sets up a framework for the project, including a 3-member board that would work to buy and then lease the land to the Bears for a stadium somewhere in northwest Indiana. Of course, we'll let you know when the full Senate considers that proposal sometime in the next few weeks.
D'Angelo Pons, IU football cornerback, says he is foregoing his final year of eligibility and declaring for the 2026 NFL Draft. Pons accepted an invite to the Panini Bowl, the Super Bowl, signifying his intentions to head to the next level of his football career. The Panini is one of the premier pre-draft showcase events. Pons is projected to be a day 2 draft pick, meaning that he'll probably fall between the 2nd and 3rd round. Pons is recognized as one of the most decorated cornerbacks in IU football history. And D'Angelo's teammate Omar Cooper Jr. is expected to meet and greet Hoosier football fans today.
He's stopping by the Academy Sports and Outdoors location in Bloomington from now until 6 o'clock tonight. And that is where our Logan Gay is live this afternoon for us. Logan, you've had a couple of fun assignments the last few days.
I have. I'm a lucky girl. And you know what? The victory lap is continuing. And right now, like you said, it's here at the Academy Sports and Outdoors here in Bloomington. But the biggest surprise is it's not just Omar here. It's also Kaylon Black, who's also signing autographs here for fans. There's a long line of fans here who have been waiting for them. They just got here. They're getting their national championship gear signed, and yeah, it's just been a great time. Like you mentioned, this is going on from 4 to 6. You can see the fans, they're all excited to be here right now. We have a fan that just got their autograph signed. I'm going to come over. He knows I'm coming over to him. All right. Oh, one more time. He's taking pictures for his friends. While we wait for him to do that, actually, do you mind if I ask you? Do you mind if I get a word with you? All right, perfect. What brought you here?
I mean, more autographs. I was at Fernando's yesterday. I was at Surratt's this morning. Just more autographs. Got to lock in.
All right. And how does it feel to be able to have this opportunity?
Feels great. I mean, I was born and raised a Hoosier. I'm just happy to be here. I remember we went 3-9 my freshman year, and we've been horrible as long as I can remember. No offense to every past football team, but not exactly the most winningest team in the world. In fact, the losingest for a long time. So feels great to be here now.
Turn things around.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy. And so, yes, I mean, this is happening from 4 to 6. So if you have time, come down, grab your gear, your national championship gear, and get it signed. Back to you guys.
Oh, how wonderful. And that nice young man, no offense to the past teams, but this team.
Right. This is the one. This is the one.
This team won.
Yeah, the celebration continues. All right, Logan, thank you.
And a quick reminder for Hoosier fans, the National Championship Trophy is still on public display. Right now, it's at the Walmart on State Road 45 in Bloomington, and it will be there until 7 tonight.
Yep, you can go right up to it, take a picture there.
There you go.
Reversing Alzheimer's in advanced stages. We're going to talk with a local doctor about new groundbreaking details from just a groundbreaking study and the questions that remain from that study. Still ahead. Rob?
I also have a lot of questions that remain in our forecast. We know we've been talking about how much snow is going to fall, but there's still time for things to change, and I'll walk you through what you can expect. Stay with us.